Hi guys, we have something a little bit different for you this week. So this video is kind of out of time, it's out of order with the videos that have been on the channel for the last few weeks. This video is being shot the day before it goes live. So today is October 11th, and tomorrow, October 12th, this video is going live. I'm in Washington, I'm about an hour east of Seattle. I was in this area yesterday, and the plan was to go fishing here. It was to fish this river. This is called the Taylor River. Beautiful area, beautiful spot. I got the drone out to get some nice aerial shots, and then long story short, I crashed the drone. I crashed the drone in the river here somewhere. It's completely my fault. I made a series of poor decisions, and I launched the drone with not a full battery. I flew the drone in a direction that I thought was coming back toward me, but it was actually going away from me. And there's a little map on there, but I thought that the locations were wrong because it takes a little while for the drone's location, for the drone to connect to satellites. So anyway, totally my fault. Totally my fault. And I looked for it for about 2 hours yesterday, couldn't find it. I've downloaded the flight log for the drone to my phone, and so I was able to pinpoint where it was, where the GPS last said it was, but I went there and it wasn't there. I spent a couple hours yesterday looking for it. Today I've recruited my brother who lives in Seattle, has volunteered to come look with me today. And so that's the plan. That's what this video is gonna be. It's gonna be us trying to find the drone. I also might have lost my phone. I could have sworn that I had my phone when we left my brother's house this morning, and I don't have it on me now. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if I'm going crazy or what, but we're hoping I just left the phone at my brother's house, because we can't find it here. We've looked here. This is only 5 minutes from a trailhead. So there's a lot going on. The drone we're looking for is a DJI Mini 4 Pro. It's gray. It is the exact same color as about 1 million of these rocks here. Let me show you the area that we're working with. So there's my brother. His name is Trevor. He's my older brother. He's a software developer who lives in Seattle. He has a glass baking bowl that he's using to look into the water. That seems to be working, I guess. And so this is the area. It's not very deep in here. It's only a few feet deep in the deepest spots, which are here and here. But there are just 1 million spots, little spots where it could be. And look at this area. It's just all rocks the color of a small drone. Beautiful mountains over this way. And I was in control of the drone when it crashed. I should have tried to land it on a bridge. There's a bridge right here. I should have landed it on that, but it was running out of battery and I just crashed it in the river, which I thought was a better option than crashing it in the trees, because I'd never be able to get it out. There'd be no chance of retrieving it if it were in the trees. So at the time I thought, you know what? Let's crash it in the river and see what happens. Trevor, you were optimistic this morning and last night. Now that you've seen the crash zone, how do you feel?
I think we can find it. I think it's maybe a 10% chance, but it's a chance.
I'm thinking, yeah, 10% is probably a good...
Maybe 5, but it's either go on a hike or be in the river together. Why not just be in the river? Maybe we can find it, maybe we won't. If we were hiking some other trail, there's a 0% chance, so...
That's true.
Might as well just, hike it in here and have a good time.
And yes, I know all about trackers you can add to drones to find them if they crash. I know that I probably should have painted the drone a fluorescent orange or something like that, but I didn't do any of that, and so we're out here kind of looking blindly for it. Wish us luck. And the worst part, the thing that I'm really mad at myself about, is that there's footage on there that's not backed up. I try to back up the footage at the end of every day, you know, at night when I'm at camp, but sometimes I'm just too tired, you know? And so sometimes it goes, you know, a couple days between me backing up footage. And so I've lost 2 SUV RVing videos worth of footage. Not full videos, of course, just the drone parts, but they're pretty important drone parts. And then I've lost some fishing footage too, so it's a bummer. Yesterday I did buy some goggles, like some swimming goggles, and that was helpful for peering into some of the pools, but you know, didn't help in the end. Okay, 45 minutes in. What are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, there's fast moving water, and if it got caught in the fast moving water, we're kind of toast, because it could have just tumbled down the river and it's kind of gone.
Even
you know?
then though, like, it's not that deep out there, and like, it's a jagged thing. I don't think it would float. I think it would have to
sink
somewhere, right?
But if it sinks in like the rapid areas, I don't know. I just figure there's a 50% chance that it just got lost in one of these pools here.
Yeah.
And that's, if it didn't, then we're toast. But if it did, then it's findable.
In theory, it should be findable. We have the coordinates of where it last was. And I mean, there's only so much area it could be in if it's close to that spot. But of course, if it's not close to that spot, it could be
well, and you know it went
anywhere.
Into the water.
I mean, it could have gone into the rocks. I don't know. It could be in the boulders somewhere.
But not like on the side of the river.
No, it's
in the river.
In like the middle of the river somewhere, yeah. Whether that be on a boulder or behind a boulder or at the bottom of a pool, it's in the middle of the river somewhere.
Just keep looking.
Yeah. What do you think now? 45 minutes ago, it was 5%, 10%.
Oh, I still think it's like 5 or 10%.
Okay.
I mean, why not? It's gonna be.
I like the optimism.
It is physically here somewhere.
Yes.
So
it did not leave this planet.
It's here.
It's on this spiritual plane somewhere.
And with 2 people, 2 set of eyes looking. Yeah, 5 to 10% chance.
Yeah. Yeah. He said that this works actually pretty well. It's just very small. And it doesn't work very well in the rapids because it can't get deep enough to see through the rapids, if that makes sense. I don't know how well this will translate through the camera, but yeah, it actually is surprisingly clear to look through to the bottom. Okay guys, I found it. I'm 99.99% sure I found it. I haven't actually gone to pick it up yet. Trevor just grabbed the camera for me. We're going over here together. Let me get on this rock and I'll show you what I see, what I saw. Okay, so for reference, we are downstream maybe, what is that, 50 feet?
Yeah.
From the backpacks?
Yeah.
And so I was standing where Trevor was, and then I looked and I saw that. I'm pretty sure that's it. That's gotta be it right there. Yeah, I mean, that's it. On its back, definitely waterlogged. Definitely waterlogged. It feels heavier than it should. SD card is still in there. like, the drone itself is toast. I don't really have any hope for the drone. But the SD card, I have a very small amount of hope that once the SD card dries out, the footage will be recoverable. We did it! Just like 5 minutes ago, Trevor was like, wouldn't it be awesome if we found it? Yeah, maybe I can, I mean, as far as the useful components on here, I'm sure the battery's gonna be toast. I'll be able to reuse the like $1 props, maybe. But everything else I think is a write-off. I think the plan is to order a new one tonight. It'll be here, it'll be at my brother's house, it'll be at Trevor's house in the morning. You know, I need it to do my job. I need it to keep making good videos for the rest of this trip. So we're gonna get out of here. Any final words, Trevor?
No.
He's shaking his head and laughing. We're gonna get out of here, and I'll up you guys tonight and let you know what the situation is.
I bet it'll dry out, the whole entire thing. I mean, you put it in a dry place for a week. It's just electronics.
Put it in rice?
Put it in rice, try a couple things. It's just, I think it'll be just fine.
I do not think so, but I hope you're right. And as our good turn for the day, we're gonna take out some of the trash we found too. Guys, in all of the excitement, the euphoria of finding the drone, I forgot that I'd still lost my phone. And there was a little bit of doubt in my mind as to whether I'd actually brought my phone. There was a slim chance that I might have left it at Trevor's house. But then I remembered looking something up on the phone in the car on the drive up here. So I definitely brought my phone up here. And so I'm gonna empty out my backpack. We're gonna see if it's somewhere in here while munching on some Walmart trail mix. I do not see a phone in here, there's no phone. We're gonna move on to part 2, which is combing the trail between here and where we started looking for the drone. It's gotta be somewhere between here and down there somewhere. It's a black phone in a clear case. So we're looking for a dark rectangle here, guys. I can't believe I lost my phone. What is happening to me? I'm having senior moments in my 30s. Yeah? You found it? I'm recording, right? Good job.
Just sitting right down there.
Oh, I never would have found
Is that
that. Yeah,
That's
it
right?
looks like it. It just looks like a shadow to me. Oh man, good eye. Oh, there's no way I would have found this. That's it, guys. Trevor saved the day.
Woohoo!
Nicely done. Okay. Now I can get back to worrying about having to buy a new drone only, not a new drone and phone. Well guys, $825.04 later, and we have another drone on the way. It'll be delivered by the end of the day tomorrow, and we'll be able to get back to work, get back on the road, get back to making videos. I did want to say thanks to my nephews, Max and Nathan, for letting me use their room here as a command center. I do appreciate that. And I do have some good news and some bad news. Let's start with the bad news first. The bad news, I'm fairly certain that the drone is toast. I'll let it continue to dry out for another couple weeks and try to start it, but I think this will just be a wall ornament from now on. I'll put it on the wall at the office along with the other drone that I crashed several years ago. But the good news is that, amazingly, I was able to get the footage off of it. The SD card worked just fine. I was able to view all the footage and transfer it over to a hard drive, and we now have a solid copy of everything, amazingly. And that's really what I was sick about. Like, I hated the idea of losing those clips, losing that footage, not being able to share those videos with you guys. Like, I could have still made the videos without the drone footage, but it just wouldn't have been the same. They were a pretty important part of the story of the video. So we have those to look forward to in the future, and I'm excited. I'm excited about that, and I'm very grateful that it wasn't worse. And as for lessons learned here as we wrap up the video, let's talk about that a little bit. I think the main thing is to not fly the drone if you don't have a full charge in it, or at least like a good amount of charge. I had maybe 10 minutes in the battery, so this is what the drone batteries look like. When they're fully charged, you can get about 30 minutes of flight time out of one of these, and I had about 10 minutes of flight time, and that just wasn't enough to make several mistakes and still be able to bring the drone home. So lesson learned there. And then also insurance. I did not have insurance on this drone. I did buy it for the replacement drone. So if the next one goes down, which I'm sure it will sooner or later, we'll be able to replace it with a little bit of a smaller hit to the wallet. But you live and you learn. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your favorite part was. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you in the next one. Be sure to check out Adventure Know-How, my new site, where you can gain access to a map of all of my free campsites, plus monthly bonus videos that you won't find anywhere else. Learn more at adventureknowhow.com. And for links to everything else SUV RVing related, visit suvrving.com. Links to these sites and more will be in the video description.